Hey, good afternoon, guys. We are talking boosting that immune system and fueling our bodies with good foods. Dr. Matt Dawson is with us from Wild Health. Dr. Dawson, you are fielding a lot of questions from a lot of folks right now between supplements and what we should be eating and what we should be feeding our kids at home. These are very important things we should be addressing.
There's been no better time to make sure you're eating nutritious food and focusing on your health.
If we can get it, right? If we can get that food, and we can, they're restocking every day. When we go to the grocery, what should we be getting?
Well, one thing I would say about that, Deanna, is we have great farms here in Kentucky, and if we could support our farmers who are feeling this as well, that's going to be your highest quality food from the local farmers.
And we just reach out. How do we find, what is your suggestion in finding those
That's
farmers?
a great question. I should have thought that far ahead. I don't know.
Well,
the farmers markets and the other places aren't really open, but I think if we're here in Central Kentucky, we know farmers. Talk to your local farmers and see what they have.
Good idea. Okay, let's get started here.
So we talked about supplements earlier, and zinc, for example, is a really good thing not to be deficient in. Meat is a great source of zinc. Vitamin A, we really want to make sure our vitamin A levels are great, and our leafy greens, and then over here our carrots are going to be good as well. One thing we didn't talk about earlier is vitamin D. There are studies showing if your vitamin D is deficient, you're at higher risk of catching colds and viruses. So you want your vitamin D level to be optimized. Great sources of that are mushrooms, like we talked about earlier, and also eggs. An interesting thing about some mushrooms is we think about vitamin D as we're out in the sun, we're exposed to the sun, we create our own vitamin D. Mushrooms, if you leave them in the sun, do a similar thing. They sometimes can increase their vitamin D levels. So mushrooms, eggs, cod liver oil is another great source of vitamin D. I think the main thing to focus on is to eat whole, nutritious food. That's where you're going to find the best vitamins and minerals to fuel your body. I know a lot of people are focusing on getting a lot of frozen things and stuff and storing it up. The more alive food that you can buy, things from our local farmers, the better off you're going to be.
Excellent. And how can folks get more info? You said on your website you have a list, even for the kids, of things that we can be putting together. Moms making smoothies with mushrooms. What? Don't tell the kids, but that will help out.
So actually today I'm recording a podcast with Dr. Brian Atkins on what we can do to keep our kids safe specifically. But yes, at wildhealth.com we have supplement lists. We have a lot of other recommendations, and we're posting as new evidence is emerging all the time.
And you can find those podcasts by searching Wild Health. I'm Deanne Stevens. Here's to good health for everyone.